You go to Rome expecting to wander quietly through thousands of years of history. The reality is that you spend most of your time navigating a sea of thousands of other people trying to do the exact same thing. If you head to St. Peter's Square on a summer afternoon, you are not soaking in the architecture. You are standing shoulder to shoulder in brutal heat, inching your way toward an entrance. Even the open public spaces, like the Spanish Steps or the Trevi Fountain, are packed with people angling for the exact same photograph. This density triggers what I call checkmark tourism. It's the psychological pressure that forces you to treat historical monuments like a rigid to-do list. You run from the Colosseum to the Pantheon, treating ancient sites like chores you have to cross off before sunset. When you try to see everything, you guarantee that you actually experience nothing. You have to decide if you want to maximize your coverage or preserve your sanity. This is the Rome Overwhelm Matrix. Available vacation time is on the bottom axis, and historical FOMO is on the vertical. Short trips with massive to-do lists land you here in the red quadrant, the burnout zone, where vacations become stressful nightmares. To stay out of that zone, you need a tactical hybrid approach to your itinerary. You have to view your travel budget as a tool to ruthlessly eliminate friction. Spending a little extra upfront to skip a physical line or secure a cell signal directly buys back hours of your vacation time. A successful Roman holiday requires you to analyze your daily logistics, your major sightseeing, and your evening meals, strictly through the lens of return on investment. Let's weigh the options. This scorecard evaluates your digital infrastructure. We are tracking financial cost, time saved, and the overall quality of your experience. If you arrive without a data plan and rely entirely on public Wi-Fi, you spend almost no money. But look at the drop in the other metrics. You lose hours trying to load a map or find a train schedule, and your experience quality drops as frustration sets in. If you purchase a global eSIM before your plane lands, you pay a small upfront fee. In exchange, your time saved and experience quality both max out. You step off the plane with immediate internet access. Constant connectivity means you can pull up a translation app to read a menu, or quickly use a local map to find one of Rome's free public drinking fountains instead of buying overpriced bottled water. The same logic applies to getting around. Roman public transport is highly affordable, but the trade-off is dealing with erratic bus schedules and navigating packed subway cars known for skilled pickpockets. Investing in a solid digital infrastructure the moment you arrive is the cheapest insurance policy you can buy against losing your afternoon to an easily avoidable logistical error. This new scorecard applies the exact same logic to the mega attractions, places like the Vatican, the Colosseum, and the Pantheon. If you take a spontaneous day-of approach to buying tickets, you avoid any advanced booking fees. But that decision destroys your time metric. You will stand in the general admission queue for 2 to 3 hours in the peak sun. Compare that to pre-booking a multi-site combo pass. The financial cost goes up, but your time saved metric is near perfect because you completely bypass those massive lines and walk straight in. There is a hidden cost here. Combo passes require you to lock in strict timed entry slots. If your booking is at 2 p.m., you have to be there at exactly 2 p.m., which severely restricts your daily flexibility. Your third option is targeting the free open-air historical sites, like the ruins along the Appian Way. The trade-off is that these free sites require compromise. You either have to deal with dense crowds in the city center to see things like the Spanish Steps, or you have to travel much further out of town to find quiet areas. When it comes to the mega attractions, paying a premium to skip the line is the only viable way to protect half of your usable vacation day from being wasted on a sidewalk. Eating dinner at 6:30 p.m. right next to a major monument is a massive geographical and temporal trap. Restaurants in these immediate tourist zones know you are only visiting once. You end up paying a premium for a plate of microwaved pasta that completely lacks any actual Roman culinary culture. The alternative is seeking out what I call normcore Rome. By shifting your dinner time to 8:30 p.m. and walking a few blocks into authentic neighborhoods like Trastevere, you find where the locals actually eat. Adjusting your schedule allows you to find traditional Roman preparations that depend strictly on the season, like these deep-fried artichokes. You also get access to classic Roman pizza with its charred, paper-thin crust, served far away from the high-density crowds. The trade-off for this quality is logistics. You absolutely must make advanced reservations at these spots, and you have to adapt your body clock to a late-night European schedule. Shifting your dining geography and your timeline is the single most effective way to guarantee you experience authentic local culture. To get the most out of Rome, use combo passes to lock in 2 non-negotiable sites, then spend your remaining time in local neighborhoods. This diagram shows a fork in the road depending on your specific goals: the 48-hour sprinter or the slow travel local. If you only have 2 days, you are the 48-hour sprinter. You must base yourself centrally and pay whatever it takes to bypass lines. As a time-poor optimizer, you have to stick strictly to the major sites and rely on digital tools, eSIMs, and combo tickets to physically survive the trip's pace. If you have 5 days or more, you are the slow travel local. Your priorities completely flip. With a longer stay, you should abandon the rigid checklists entirely. You can pick just one monument a day and prioritize observing local life over desperately collecting photos of mega attractions. Knowing your specific traveler archetype dictates exactly where you should spend your money and where you should spend your time. I've linked a curated list of vetted passes, eSIMs, and neighborhood restaurants in the description to help you build out your own itinerary.